and just be freaking adults for our kids. And I always, when I started this show, I think you and I talked, we kind of wanted to have like a good video of the week or something. And sometimes these videos get really long, so we kind of dropped them. But I saw this one this week, and I was like, hey, listen, I have to put it, because again, to me, this is what I see. This is the America I see. This is what I want, and this is what I'm fighting for. So let's watch. More.
Hi, good morning.
Push it. Go ahead. Go ahead. I love that.
What that was, it was a classmate, Tyler. I guess he wasn't in the class for a week, and his father, because he was kind of surprised the kids, just took video of him coming in the room. It's something innocent, right? It's something that I've been able to see as a dad, and we probably all lived. Like, you haven't seen your friends for a while, and you hug them, and you care about them. And these are just little kids. This is what we're fighting for. This is what we're doing. These kids, the only thing they see is, that's my friend. I haven't seen him in a while. Oh my gosh, something changed. He's got a haircut. Let's give him hugs. Let's welcome him in. And then, you know what we do over the years, whether it be through indoctrination, whether it be through political leanings of people, or I'd hate to say some schools that sit there and teach certain things like DEI and critical race theory and stuff like that. They create these divisions, and they create these divisions for political power, and it pisses me off. I don't hate people. I don't hate people that disagree with me. Actually, I care about them immensely. I would like to get the discussions going. I think with you would like to sit there and, like, why do we think different? And if there is an impasse, if we can't solve the problem, if the divide is that big, is there a compromise? And a compromise means, like, I have to give up something and you have to give up something. And there's too many people that don't want to move. And when you don't move, we're just stay in this, I don't know, we just stay in this box, or we stay in this area that nothing changes and nothing's getting better. And it's funny, I think I've mentioned on the show, and I tell this to everybody, in my whole life, the only thing that's changed is everything's in high definition. That's it. That's the only thing that's changed. And when you tell that to people and they sit there and think about their whole life and everything they've seen, they're like, the only thing that changed is high definition. There's still grandma and grandpa that needs their prescriptions and can't pay for it. There's still the kids around the world in third world countries sitting there like, hey, listen, for 25 cents a day, you can help me out. There's still the homeless problem. There's still the veteran suicide problem. There are so many problems that are going on that are still the same. And as I tell people, I said, I don't know why we can't solve these problems outside the fact that politicians believe if they solve these problems, what are they going to run on? Because most of these problems, they point, oh, that guy doesn't want to do this.
Yeah, and I think one thing that I've noticed too is, like, when you get offline, obviously there's a lot of like hyperbole that you see online, but like when you actually get offline and talk to people on both sides of the aisle, like you find out that, like, obviously a lot of the radical, very outspoken people are online, but when you talk to the average person that votes like Republican, or the average person that votes Democrat, there's really not as much difference between them as you would think. As there's a lot more in common than you really realize and you see, like, online. And what I found out is that both groups have a lot more in common than they do with the elected officials that are running the country. And I think that, to me, is what resonates, because this whole thing of, like, a left versus right divide, I mean, you see the media try to hype it up, but when you actually look at the average person, there's actually a lot more similarities than people realize. And to me, it's the bigger divide is between the people and the politicians. Not the left versus right is almost like a facade to get
Yes.
people to attack each other, but it's really the people versus the government. In my eyes, that's the big divide happening right now.
Well, I agree with you, and it's funny. I think what happens is, these politicians aren't dumb. Earlier I said, hey, listen, they're not the best and the brightest. They're not with fixing problems. They're not, but they're not dumb politically at staying in power or trying to stay in power, right? So what's funny is if you look back over the years, the shift of what they focus on has changed, and I think the shift on what they focus on has changed is because once people start realizing what's going on, they start losing some of those people. And you're starting to see it now where they're talking about the African Americans, that more and more of them are becoming conservative. And it's funny, you watch a lot of videos out there, and a lot of them are sitting there going, like, now we understand that they're not for us, they're against us. And it's becoming a powerful movement because people are waking up and saying, hey, listen, this, and this, and they're listening to all these things, and it's all logical things. But now that they're doing it, what's happening is the political movement has moved on to the next thing, the next divisive thing. And that's what I can't stand. Let's stop being divisive. We should do, there should be some sort of law that if you're a divisive politician, you should be kicked out, plain and simple. If you're going to go against the United States of America and you're going to, part of your policy to stay in power is to divide people, divide Americans, you probably shouldn't be in that job.
No, and I think that also goes to the incentive structure right now. I mean, that's another big issue too, where it's like right now politicians, they get paid no matter what, right? If there's a government
Correct.
shutdown, they still get paid. If there's an emergency, they still get paid. If there's a recession, they still get paid. Where it's the average person that loses their income. So, they don't really get a bonus. If the nation gets along or doesn't get along, there's no bonus. There's no compensation. There's no real incentive for them to even do that. So I think one of the other things to think about is like we also have to change the incentive structure for politicians so
Yes.
they actually feel the pain when America feels the pain.
Or they just have to follow the rules that they put on us. How about that? That could be that's a whole other show because that's starting to pick up again too. But hey, Jim, thank you very much. As always, I appreciate you taking the time. Thank you everyone for watching. Like and comment and share. We appreciate it. And have a wonderful day. Thanks.
Thanks, you too.
Take care. Bye.